Predator Badlands takes a very different approach to the Predator franchise. Does it deliver? Let's find out. Que lo que, mi gente del Caribe. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate your support as always. Today we're going to be talking about Predator Badlands. This comes from the same director of Prey that came out just a few years ago and was very well done and very well regarded. This film stars Elle Fanning and Demetrius Schuster Koloamatangi, and it follows an alien creature who seeks to hunt as a predator for the biggest adversary possible after being outcast from his clan. I was really intrigued to see this movie. I really loved Prey. I love the original Predator film. I like some of the sequels, but for the most part, I really just enjoyed Prey and the original the most. But I was very curious to see this very different approach to this franchise where we're just focusing on the Predator, a predator, one of these species, and focusing on their world. And so I was really interested to see how this was going to be handled. Off the bat, I really appreciated that they don't try to change the language of it. It is a creature. It speaks in this creature dialect, and it's very cool how they accomplish this. And Elle Fanning's character as this humanoid and how her translation system works in order to speak like a human, to have that kind of human dialogue there. It's effective, and I think that it helps to progress the story along and put pieces together where they need to be put. But I appreciated that there's simply subtitles, so that you know what the creatures are saying. So effective, so engaging, and very well done. Also, I was worried about this film being rated PG-13, but I will say that the action sequences are excellent, and they really push that PG-13 rating to the max of what it's able to do, and I found it to be really exhilarating. I thought it was so fun. The action is intense, it's entertaining, it's exciting, and I really loved it. In terms of a con with that, I will say there are times where you miss that old-fashioned gore, of that blood and splattering and just like kind of that tensity of the Predator. And given the fact that this film follows a Predator, some of the mystery about this creature kind of feels dispelled. And so you lose some of the horror aspect that you get from the originals. And so that's a little bit disappointing. But nonetheless, with this new direction and how it's trying something different, it's trying to show us something new that we haven't seen before, it's effective. So I have to forgive the fact that I miss what the old ones delivered. This is doing something new, and it succeeds in it. With the PG-13 rating, it's just that the blood is more robot oil or green alien blood, and so it takes you out of the experience, whereas in the original, you would kind of be taken away by the horror and grotesqueness of this creature. Whereas in this film, it's all fake, and so it simply is just a little bit less intense and a little bit less impactful in that way. But still fun, still entertaining, and still an absolute thrill ride. Elle Fanning, she is just wonderful as the humanoid. She adds some humor to the story, but she also has a subplot of her own. And I like that both characters have motives, and you can get on board with each of their individual stories. You understand the Predator and his background and why he's doing what he's doing. And you understand Elle Fanning and her purpose, her character's purpose for what she's doing. And it's very well done. It adds some different twists and layers to the plot that I really enjoyed and appreciated. Demetrius is phenomenal as the Predator, and really this film does an excellent mix of practicality and special effects and merges them together to give you a really honest and really great Predator edition. The whole experience just felt very grounded, and I was really pleased throughout the course of watching this film. It's engaging, it's fun, and it's a really solid blockbuster. I don't have too many issues with this film. My biggest issues are that, like I mentioned, sometimes you miss the old-fashioned gore of the original with the PG-13 rating kind of watering things down a bit. And some of the mystery is dispelled because we're following the Predator rather than this being a menacing creature kind of lurking around trying to hunt you. And so you're very much just following the Predator, and it's not as intense as I would have hoped. But nonetheless, it's very engaging and it's a solid blockbuster. All that being said, I'm going to give Predator Badlands a 3.5 out of 5 stars. This gives us a really fun and different approach to the Predator franchise, and I really had a great time with it. Even though there's some things that I thought it was lacking in, it was still a different story, and it felt like something we hadn't seen before. There are some hiccups in its villain that feels like a very simple why, and kind of shows some baseline issues in the foundation of the story. But nonetheless, as I mentioned, it's a great time and it's a great new direction that I'm interested to see more of what they're going to do with the Predator franchise. What did you guys think of Predator Badlands? What did you guys think of Prey that came out previously? Did you like these movies or did you not like them? I'd be curious to hear your thoughts down in the comments below and continue the conversation. Thank you guys so much for watching as always. I appreciate your support and stay tuned for another review coming real soon. Take care.